Go to www.gsradionj.com and check out the best internet station in the world. You're listening to GS Radio Internet Radio Station powered by GMG LLC.
1, 1, 2. Check me out right here, yo. Need to turn the track up a little bit for me. All up in my ears. The mic is loud, but the music is loud. Yeah. Yeah. Now the mic is low now. Turn the mic up a little bit. My shit is all the way up. Yeah. The music is loud. It's hot. That's what I'm talking about. I just want to wild out.
Podcast, man. We've been blessed over this run, man, and we having you back, man. Yesterday was our 1 year anniversary. Technically, I'm gonna say today because last year around this time we was doing our very first, and now here I am today, man, doing my 45th episode with my guy, man. And it's been a long time coming for this interview, but you know, time is everything, and patience is a virtue. And yo, he's in the building, man. This guy today, man. I recommend, if you don't know, you better get on board with him because he got some official gear. He's been doing his thing. I'm gonna just let him talk to you briefly before we jump into it. But welcome to the Roundtable Podcast, my guy Scoob. What's up, baby?
A long time coming. First of all, man, I want to say thank you for this opportunity, man. I was a little iffy about it, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
And the iffy part about it for me was just the fact that I had to speak to somebody today, and I was like, yo, man, point blank, they was like, yo, man, stop living like that, man. Stop being afraid to, inspire, motivate, and tell others, you know what I'm saying, the story, even if you haven't made it as far as where you want to be.
Right.
And that right there, you know what I'm saying, pushed me right there. It was like, you know what, it's true.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, man. You know, I got introduced to you through a friend of mine, my man, Peace to See Gutter, Chris, and I ain't gonna front, man. It was just a different type of vibe when I saw your gear. You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, it was just a different type of energy that came with it. It was a different feel. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, when you got a different feeling when it comes to gear, everybody gear don't sit right. Everybody just, some people make stuff just to try to make $1. I felt like you was making something that wanted to stand out. You wanted to say, yo, you see this shirt, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I continue to just, rock with you. You did a couple pieces for me. You know what I mean? You did a very special piece for me with my earth on it. And I thank you for that. And yo, man, let's talk, man. Let's get into it, man. Welcome to the show again. This show is about giving my brothers in my community their flowers, my sisters too. But I gotta tell you, bro, the reason why you really here is, man, because of you. Just your work ethic. You doing your thing. You staying true. You know what I mean? You staying official. You never really, the guy I ran into and met, always been the same. And every time I'm not going to front, your gear has definitely stepped up every level. Every collection, I saw growth.
I appreciate that.
So what inspired you to get into that lane?
Honestly, man, I was already inspired by my brother James. I had got myself in some trouble, and then I ended up, in a place, and I was getting pictures from him. And he had a brand called, he had a brand out. Him and his son mother. So they had a brand out. I was just sketching things up when I was inside. I was already an artist. I always knew how to draw.
Okay.
I love music, so music is a form of art. You know what I'm saying? So what it basically was anything I seen a blank surface any blank surface, I seen something other than what others saw. If I looked up at the sky, saw a dog, I pointed out to you, whatever it was, you may say no. I say yeah. I take a piece of chalk, rock, whatever, and I draw it on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So it was just something that everything that I'm doing right now is just me of what I would have been doing if I was still doing music, painting pictures through fabric.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really it. Just touching people without even realizing that, I'm expressing myself through clothing and nobody don't know it either. You know what I'm saying? But it touches others, and that's something that I realized that, that was something for me.
And you know what? It's funny that you say that because I just kind of like, that's what I felt. Like, yo, honestly, people fail to realize uniforms is important for us. You know what I'm saying? And when you got somebody that's creating something, everybody can't create. Let's be clear. Let's like, yo, I'm not throwing no shade on anybody, but people don't know how to create for the people around them. People create for themselves. I felt like with what you were doing, you would just have like, you planted something and just the roots just start spreading. Because every time I looked around, you just had different things going.
Yeah.
But it was always an elevation with it. You know what I'm saying? And it was always quality. That's one thing I will say. You know what I'm saying? The quality of it. And also the time effort. It wasn't like, no, yo, I got this, but you know what I'm saying? People try to throw stuff on you because they quick to make $1 too.
Right.
Instead of saying, yo, I got something, but let me do this. And that's what type of cat you was. And I feel like, I don't know your history. I don't know your past at all. I just know your work. And I feel like whatever you went through, it kind of translates what you're doing. Because you're showing the clarity of a young black man striving to be great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And each article of your clothing represent greatness. But I got a question. Where'd you get all these multiple ideas? Like, I'm going to hit you with the Larry Davis joint. Where? A lot of people didn't even put that together, Chant.
Well, can I get one of these wipes, please,
Yo,
or whatever this is?
do your thing.
I'm honestly, I'm idealistic, man. I'm Aquarius, and with that, I view it like this. You know what I'm saying? With my high power, to my understanding, he created everybody in the world. He created all of us different, and I was the creator. Like I said, I look at the sky, I see something different. I see something in the sky, anything. So my ideas, I dream bigger than myself. My vision is too huge. So the ideas, I go off of the people. They start crying, I'm right there with them. I feel that shit.
Right.
Especially if it's something I've been through.
Right, because you definitely had the riots out too.
So,
you had the riots joints.
Yeah, when the riots hit, honestly, it was a riot. It was the George Floyd. And I was doing custom masks. But I feel like, before the custom masks, it was facer caps. It was the athlete faces on the hats with the jersey number and
Right.
me and my brothers. But I came up with that when I was in the halfway house.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My mind was already shifting to what I'm doing.
Right.
So more or less overall, that's another reason why I came here, so people would get to know who I am and what not better than nobody. What it is that I got used to filling up my loved ones, friends, and the community and everybody around the world. I got used to filling up their emotional bank account, their memory bank account of Scoob, of being someone who had the wrong role models. So I no longer wanted to embarrass myself, my loved ones, or those who call me their friends, or anybody, the community as a whole.
Right.
And I just wanted to be Daryl more. Today I'm Daryl, even though people still call me Scoob. But every time I did something at Scoob, I embarrassed Daryl. You know what I'm saying?
And people don't understand that too.
Yeah, so that's what that was. I got fed up with my own shit. And I was like, you know what? Let me try this. And let me just keep going, even if it's a discouragement or if there's nobody ever, since I started, told me that they didn't like a piece of mine.
How long you been doing it?
Only about for now, since COVID happened. When COVID happened, I panicked. The reason why I panicked, because I was already on the verge of becoming a better me. So what it was is I came back from somewhere I went, parole, and when I came back, when I was in there, I was, telling everybody 50 plus men, and then whatever little bit of women, and then I would stand up in front of everybody and tell everybody what I was going to do. But I would actually sit up there and tell them who I used to be and who I'm becoming. who I'm going to become. So a lot of people that was in those places with me follow me too, and they see it. They see the growth. So what I did, basically, like I said, I came back out of that very responsible, taking care of my children, being a better me, being a better father, better brother, better friend. Today, anybody that's around me, you have a better me today.
Right.
You're receiving a better me today. Today, I know that, you know, in a good like that, there's people who's depending on me to show up.
Right.
Some years ago, I was dependent on others to show up. It's like that little boy who's a grown-ass man still sitting on the steps waiting for his father to pull up. But he's a father.
Yeah, he'll be here.
But he's a father.
Right.
So I couldn't be that person on the steps. I had children and others waiting on me. So when COVID happened, I had a great job. I was doing everything. You know, I was working. But when COVID happened, I panicked. It took me 2 days, and I panicked. I had $200 to my name that my boss owed me. He brought it to me. I had no money, but I was paid up in bills and everything. I was happy. You know what I'm saying? And he gave me that $200. I asked my kid's mother at the time, listen, man, I want to take this and invest it in this. She said, no, I don't know. Don't do it. You know, oh, if that's what you want to do. I talked to her so much about it that she said, man, look, just go ahead and do it. I took the $200. I went to Target. I bought a little machine that cost me $180. It came with some material inside. I had $20 left. I stopped at 7-Eleven on Teaneck Road, got 3 cover masks, went home, pressed it, faith over fear, 6 feet please, long distance hug, went on Facebook and acted as if 500 people asked me for it. And they say, yo, everybody who asked me for these masks, here they go. I sold $1,000 in 2 days of them shits. That let me know that I was on to something. And I just kept going. And everything everybody asked me about, I was giving it to them. I was giving it to them. I did not sleep. I was bringing in family members and friends to work with me, because I never say somebody working for me, because we work together. We're going to get this money together. We're going to split it 3 ways. I don't care. If it's 150, we all going to get 50.
Right.
We're going to figure out the way to take the little wins on each one in order to go get what we just did, so we can get that money again tomorrow.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. I started doing the mask. And when I started doing the mask, I had that little machine and the phone, my iPhone 11. And I saw it. And then I went, and then the George Floyd thing happened. But I already had a book sketched out with designs that I drew when I was in this place. But basically, I was like, you know what, let me try a t-shirt. And I saw the George Floyd thing. I did the George Floyd mask. Even today, if you go in the museums, when you look at the documentary of, you know, Penelope Phil,
right.
I'm in that documentary. You don't see me physically, my face, but if you look at that documentary, there's plenty of people out there with my mask on, with my riot shirts on. If you go in the museums down in these towns that got these Black Lives Matter museums, right, I'm in there. I'm on the wall, I'm in the pictures, I'm just not physically there in my face.
But you're there though.
And I'm there.
Your representation of who you, of Darryl, is there.
Right, and so that's it. And then I just kept believing in myself. I just kept pushing myself. And I did what I normally do. I went and grabbed my brothers. Yo, come on, let's go. They like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, man, whatever. All right, I'm about to do it. And that's when I went and did what I did. And then that's what I said. I tried the riots. And I was like, let me do the riots. I did the Malcolm X. I did the Malcolm X. Everybody jumped on. I'm like, oh, all right. I said, okay, cool.
Right.
But what nobody knew was those was real riots. When I was doing those 1922 in Indianapolis and 19, you know, those was real race riots. 1967 Inglewood race riot, those was real riots. Did I know it right from the rip when I started? No, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. What happened was I was one of those people who went into the black-owned, there's a black-owned Facebook group called The Coalition. They got 1.1 million followers. I threw the t-shirt in there, and I sold so many of those t-shirts in there. The people, some old lady, they was the ones who said it. And that's what made me go do my research. And after that, that's all I needed. But somebody else to give me the device, the link. And I was like, oh. And I started putting my your own to it. I put my own twist to it. But I'm a YouTube University person. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to look for it. once I find it, I'm gonna stick to it, and I'm gonna do my research, and I'm gonna keep doing my research.
Cause you definitely did your research
with
the Larry Davis. Cause a lot of people don't even understand what that meant.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I jumped on that thing like, oh, my man, let me get that T-shirt, please.
Yeah, nobody ain't know it, and even to this day, I just ended up one day getting discouraged, and I stopped. I was gonna say something else, but truth be told, one day I got discouraged and stopped. Because my vision is too big, and I was like, I don't want to keep doing it the way I'm doing it. I want to do it better. I want to give it to them better. And I started, I was investing a lot. And I was just like, but I was making the wrong investments. But even though, not to say it was the wrong, because even every investment still brought me triple of what I invested.
Right.
And
but it also was a learning process.
It was a learning process.
So it really wasn't a mistake. It was a learning process.
It was a learning process. And one day I just was like, I don't know. And I just stopped one day. But I had everybody still asking for them. And I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to keep going. And I kept going with it. The only reason why people really kind of don't see it right now is because of what I just said. I want the better. I want the better quality. It ain't over for that. That's still alive. That's still there. It's just I want better. I want to give people better. Quality good, but I want to give them better.
Yeah, because you definitely, like I said, a lot of people don't know. I pay attention. I love gear. Even this summer when you did the swimming trunks. Yo, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. I've been wearing swimming trunks. We've been wearing swimming trunks as shorts. Some people use them to go. We've been wearing them, and I see, yo, damn, that's dope. I didn't get a chance to cop, but
they wasn't even swimming trunks. What it was, they looked like it was polyester.
Okay.
And, looked like some
and I comment like, yo, fam, that's because it wasn't just that urban look. Mm-hmm. It was that, it was an outfit. I don't think I'm gonna say it again. Nothing against the urban look, but it was an outfit. Some people, okay, I can throw this on, I can chill. Now this is an outfit. I can put something together, and
you can go on a boat.
Right, exactly.
You can go out, you can go on a date. See, my thing was always this right here. This is what authentic is. Is dressing, right? And getting to a place even if you want to date, right? But you look so good in it that even the people with you are asking you, where are you going next? Because it looked like you can go to the next place with it on.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And that's what that was. But also too, nobody knew that, my authentic, this right here, man, I had to put this on today. This was special to me.
And that's fire too, because I like the pattern on it and I like that suede on the letters.
This right here is special to me because this right here,
Loyalty Club.
The Loyalty Club, the Authentic Society Loyalty Club, right? When I pushed this out, my brand was actually AWTHENTIK. Today it's AUTENTIK. I got hit with a cease and desist letter for the AW.
Okay.
From a company who had like a dirt rally racing. All they did was wrap cars. They didn't have a clothing brand or nothing. But when they trademarked the name, they put everything you could possibly think of: a fork, napkin, spoon, shirt, sweat.
They covered their ass.
They covered they covered every angle of it. So that happened, and I was like, damn. So they hit me with the cease and desist letter. They gave me till October, and that was last year. I had about 3 months of knowing. So I was only pushing the AS.
Facts.
I was only pushing the AS. I stopped putting the authentic on it and would only push the AS because I knew also people liked it. I was, my Instagram page got deactivated. That happened around the time. Literally everything happened around the same time. My Instagram page happened and deactivated, and I got hit with the cease and desist letter. Instagram, that was my main source of, that was my main sales channel. That was my main sales channel. It got deactivated. Got hit with the cease and desist letter. I ended up, going through the, the thought pattern.
The rebuilding stages. Yeah. The asking yourself, yo, is it worth it? Should I even get back in the driver's seat? That whole mentality. and really it's the enemy not really wanting you to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Those thoughts is the enemy not wanting you to be who you supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people all the time, you know, it's a great scripture I've read so many times. It says, yo, remember to remember and be aware.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, you know, that idle time, you have those negative, you know, all that energy starts to start. It's like this now. It's the devil playground. Your Instagram going this down. Got the season. What am I going to do? You like all this shit, and it's really like, yo, nah, stop. Hold on. You got to tell yourself, hold on, stop. We're not even doing that today.
Right.
Let me pull back, pull the covers down for a minute. Let me regroup.
Mm-hmm.
But you came back even more resilient, though, champ.
Yeah, I appreciate it. What kept me alive was, it just overall, I had no choice but to believe in myself. Regardless, I just had no choice but to believe in myself. I knew I was idealistic, but I was always watching others from afar, behind, you know, the screen of an Instagram, and I would, you know, watch them. I would watch a brand called God is Dope. I would watch World and Vision brand always, and then, you know, Cool Kai, of course. I would watch them from afar, you know what I'm saying? But also, I was running into majority of people I named. And you know what I'm saying? And they was telling me I was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cool Kai, he was telling me that shit. Yo, you dope. Like especially from the Face the Cap Day era, he was on me about that. So it was like, okay, you know, I had the Pure Souls. I was pushing out those t-shirts with all of the Aaliyah, Sade, Ray Charles. I was pushing those out.
That was different too, because a lot of people wasn't expecting that from you.
Yeah, I was pushing those out, and I was still doing the riots. But what people knew, but what they didn't know is, I had built that relationship with my man Drew from LA, Davy's homie. I had built a relationship with Davy's brother. So it kept me going, because behind closed doors and nobody knowing, I was designing shit all day for that side. So the creative side for me was still going. I was always sharpening the saw.
Right, always. The wheels is always spinning.
Yeah, I was sharpening the saw. I was learning other skills for my craft. The embroidery machines came into play. Now I'm playing with those. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing stuff in that area. Then I'm getting brothers like you who's coming in asking and saying the riots, Larry Davis, or the custom shirt on the personal side of things. So I'm creating. But while I'm creating, I'm also thinking of the authentic, of how do I rebrand myself? How do I rebrand myself? Because I seen it going, and then it went to a zero for me. And I was just like, damn, but I knew that, okay, cool. You could always rebrand yourself. I watched Virgil. I watched the documentary of his when he had a fashion show in Paris. And what I did was exactly what he did. He said, I had a brand called 23. This is him. He said he had a brand called Pyrex 23. Everybody know what Pyrex is. He said, but what that brand was, he said he took it and he did everything that he could think of and put it on people. Got the 10 people and created multiple videos of it. Edited the video, did everything like he was actually about to put it out. And what he did with that video was, he took that video and made it seem as if he put it out. But what it was is, that was his trash. So he wanted to get it out of him, and that's how Off-White came in. So that's what I did. Every bit of piece that I would think of, even though I was going through the stress of losing everything, you know, the page, the brand name, the top brand name, where I was seeing things, I had got it on East, I had got it on, without even asking, it was just, shit was happening. But more or less, it was like, I could rebrand myself. I could do it.
Right.
I could do it. You could do it. Just push the AS, ask the people. And I went live and I was asking people, they was giving me names, I was writing it down, and then I was just like, you know what? It's about the name, but it's not about the name. Just put it there and let's just go. And that's what I did. I was like, yo, fuck it. Authentic AU, put it in. I called the lawyer, I swear to God, I called a lawyer guy I knew who did the face caps for me. I asked him, listen, man, I just got hit with a cease and desist letter. sent them the letter. He looked into it and said, we can't do nothing with this. He said, what the best thing what you can do is offer them to offer them to design some things for them on a clothing tip and get them out there, because what it was is I was running ads all day, every day. I was running ads. I mastered the art of running ads. So I'm running ads. They saw it. Their customers is on their website looking for what I'm doing.
Right.
They ain't like that. They sent them niggas right after me. So whoever that, they came.
Right. We're not gonna do this.
Mm-hmm. They came in, and it was like, all right, gotta cut it out. It's over. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know what? One thing I've learned about you from the time that we talk, because we had our talks, and we bumped into each other in the street, man. You've always been, like, you're aggressive, but understand where I'm coming from. But it's not, it's more like in your clothing line. Your personality is just like y'all see now, laid back, demeanor, cool, but your aggression is in your gear. Because I see the passion. Like, you did the football joints a couple weeks ago. Like, yo, and I done met you in different locations to pick up gear.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here, there. I done got 3 different Instagrams. We DM two different phone numbers. But we always, and I say, like I said, get back on topic. It was the aggression for me. Like, yo, he's so aggressive about his passion, but he's so laid back. And I think that's the coolest shit in the world, because a lot of people don't know how to balance that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People want to convince you with a whole bunch of shit. You more like, yo, here it is. Take it or love it, man. I know my shit. I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk, champ. And that's your demeanor, and I respect that, because it's not really, yo, they say silence calls violence. The loudest niggas be the riffraff nigga. Mm-hmm. Yo, you be really on your, every time I've been around, yo, and I just sit back, see your page, see something going, I say, he at it again. You know what I'm saying? He at it again, and it's so dope because we don't see what you go through. We just see what you post for us.
Yeah, that's something I learned too, man. That's that right there. That's the biggest thing right now for me. You know how you say you would just see it? When y'all just see it like that, that's because word is born. I just came out of walking out of 10 circles. And when I come out when I come out on the 10th one, I'm like, man, forget it. It is what ain't nobody even. What am I doing? Why am I thinking it? Lately it's been this right here for me. We only passing through. Why are you ifing it? That's written on my board in my house.
Repeat that again for the culture.
We only passing through. So why are you ifing it?
Are you putting that on a t-shirt?
As much as I want to, I put it on the board and I hung it up in my right in front of me. I got a dry erase board. Every other day I take the dry erase board and I erase everything off and I re-put something else, man. What nobody don't know is, man, I always tell people, man, like, we don't got to get into my life story, right? But everything I watch, everything I listen to, everything that I thought, everything I said that I was going to do from 5 up until about, on the negative side, up until about 25 or 21, I became it. I ended up where those movies showed me. And every single step of the way, I put up a post on my story, and it was a picture of me as a baby, then a teenager, then the gang lifestyle, and then the prison, and then the face the caps, and then the authentic, and then, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the riots, and then the authentic. I put it in that pattern for a reason. Because, listen, every single step of the way that I thought, anything that I listened to, any movie I watched, I had became it, and I was graduating the wrong way. I went from juvenile detention center, matter of fact, from JDC to a program to the youth correctional facility, the Jamesburg, the county jail.
You did basically the whole university.
Bordentown, Annandale, Southwood State Prison. I graduated the wrong way, and guess what? Look, Southwood State Prison is where I got my actual physical diploma at, which means, like I said, I graduated the wrong way. I got a picture in my house of me with a cap and a gown on in state prison, getting my diploma. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I graduated the wrong way. I'm alive. I'm here.
Maybe though,
We
through
ain't-
hindsight, not to cut you off, all that was supposed to take place to bring you to the man you are today.
Right. So I only could be a better me today for the ones that I brought into this world and for the ones that surround me and the ones I meet today. Anybody I come across today, yo, what's good? How you doing? I'm all right. I'm good. When they ask me, I'm great because I'm alive. So I tell them that. Stop telling people you great. Stop telling people you're all right. Okay, all right. Because what you're going to do is take 5 steps and put your head down. Get into the habit of telling people you great, even if you don't feel that way. Even if you didn't, you on your way to work and you don't want to be there. But tell yourself you great every day and get into the habit of that. Because when you get into the habit of that, that's what I did. When you get into the habit of that, you making a major
It's
game
a game
changer,
changer.
man.
Champ, I do it every day. I do it every single day on my way to work, like my morning ritual, champ. I've been preaching that. Like, putting that out there is so important because we sit there and plant so many different, we don't even realize the seeds that we planting sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
The seeds that sometimes we plant is the ones that's killing us.
Yeah.
So once you got it, but you know, we get so caught up in trying to fit in, we lose ourselves.
Right.
And then when you lose yourself, you don't even know what the fuck you really, your whole purpose of what you're supposed to be doing, because now you're doing what you think you should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And today, yo, champ, I've been through the same episodes you've been through. We all had our own trials and trips. But my father told me one thing. It's all about what you learned from that trial and tribulation.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you the man.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't learn from it, then you an idiot. And that's just the reality.
That's it.
It's no ifs, and buts, or maybes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And champ, like I said, for you, your journey and your story, I didn't know all this before we got here. And this whole interview is not even about that. It's about really your brand. True. And understand that. And I tell everybody because I want people to know it's a story behind dope shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if your shit ain't dope, you don't have a story, and I'm a firm believer of that. And people say, well, what's your definition of dope? Your definition of dope to me is perseverance, triumphant, never giving up, believing in yourself, always keeping your head up, not taking no for an answer. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, yo, you less than who you are. Because at the end of the day, we all are great in our own way, but we got to find our way. And you tapped into your way so hard and heavy that the other side didn't even want you to be a part of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Even right now, man, I'm posting on my page. I'll post. I don't really say it, but shit, man. Like I said, I'm probably doing about a week, man. Probably about like 500 designs a week, if that. Just on the side, cause look, I got a whole situation going on with Easton. Like, I got a box of shit in the trunk right now that I got to ship, but I was supposed to do it today and then it go right, whatever. At the end of the day, though, I stay creating. I'm always creating.
I see that. And them joints is fire.
I just make sure.
The dirt, not to cut you off.
Dirt department.
That dirt department. I saw that. I said, wow. And I said to myself, champ, just don't stop.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Which is dope, though. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I mean? I respect it, bro, because, yo, it just, for you, man, like I said, I don't know your backdrop in your story, but what I see is, yo, you just don't stop, and it's consistent.
Yeah, like I said, it's about the brand, man. The brand for me, like today, everything that I, like I said, anything I thought of in my past, anything that I wanted to be in my past, anything that I thought was cool to be, I became. I had became at that time, and I would deal with it, whatever it was. At the end of the day, today, it's the opposite of that now. Now I'm like, listen, if you think it, you ain't gotta ask somebody for the confirmation if you should do it.
Exactly. You already know what you should do.
Because you already thought about it. It ain't gonna just come to you. So if it come to you, you need to do it. Don't procrastinate on it. I was a big procrastinator. Word up, big procrastinator, man. But overall, I started realizing it was something inside of what people would say, which is, just do it. Don't matter. Look, look up, I say, if you look up, the world population is 7.9 billion people in the world. If you don't just do it, somebody else gonna do it. It don't matter. But even if you do it and nobody in your community, your family, whoever around you don't buy it, doesn't mean somebody in the world won't do it. You just gotta go to the right shop right. Go down the right aisle. Ask the right person. You might not even have to ask them. Just put it on. Walk past and say how you doing in a respectful manner. They might compliment you on that shirt, hoodie, whatever it is. When they do, you tell them you got it. Don't even. That's all.
Cause you are a walking billboard.
You a walking billboard. You are your brand, no matter what it is you do. People ask me today, yo man, if you was doing cold, boom, boom, you should rap again. And I'm like, no, I don't want to rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm still touching the people the same way if I would have rapped. Real talk. Oh, but yeah, you got so and so on them. Yeah, I would have had them too if I was rapping, cause I'm that person. I'm that person. You know, like from afar, if you're not around me, you don't know what type of person I am. I'm not the same school, man. You gotta come around me for 30 days to really even get to know me today, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you really gotta be around me for 30 days, man. Top, strong. You might as well stay the night. Bring your bag, everything. Cause it's gonna take you 30 days. You want for real. Cause today, if I walk out of here today and somebody tell me or say something to me today or ask me about, I ain't drinking 3 years. I still go out here out these doors and somebody still asks me, yo, what's good? What you doing tonight? Yo, you want to come out? Let's go out, hang out, get some drinks. I don't even drink. It ain't their fault they ask me. They just saying around me.
To know that.
That's all. You know what I'm saying? And once I put it out there and let them know, now they know. You know what I mean? But look, like, real talk, man. I stay on the path of believing. I don't care. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep believing, man. I'm not just doing this for nothing. I want a storefront. I want a warehouse. I want to be able to I want to give it to the world. But as crazy as it sounds, I want the world with me to do it with me. You know what I'm saying?
It's not crazy because at the end of the day, you for the culture and not the culture vulture. That's the difference. You know what I mean? You're not trying to take from the culture. You're trying to give to the culture. Say, hey, come along so we can build this culture to be even bigger than what it is.
Yeah. Like even today, man, I ain't afraid to tell somebody what. Look, somebody hit me. My nephew hit me the other day. He said, well, I'm looking into starting my brand, but I want to know what you use on your fabric. I told him everything in the books. Why not? It's give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Give it to the people. Look, you sharpen the next person when you telling the vital information that you got. You give the advice when you telling them shit. So I tell people, man. I tell people all the time. Right now, I'm even working on this because somebody told me there's something called Brand Boom. If you want your clothing inside of a clothing store, it's something called Brand Boom. Set up an account on Brand Boom. When you set up the account as a seller, Macy's, Marshalls, Century 21, any all them retail stores, that's where they go at. They go on there and they look for the brands. And then they buy your brand and you get it in the store. It's not only about walking in and speaking to the owner, but even when you walk in, you tell them, I got an account on Brand Boom. He should already know that.
You just gave a valuable lesson.
He should already know about the Brand Boom.
I didn't even know about that, truthfully.
So you just tell him, yo, I got an account on Brand Boom. The name of my company is bop, 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 bop. He gonna go on Brand Boom. If he like what he see, he gonna purchase it. You gonna get your shit, you gonna get your bread, and you gonna send that order out.
You heard it first here. If you didn't know, now you know, because I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because you said that because I got the T-shirts coming for the round table. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not saying I'm trying to market it because it's more or less of a giveaway to the culture, but just the simple fact to get that knowledge, and I'm in the process of doing that. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was a blessing. Yo, we gonna talk about some things for a little while, man. And I'm gonna touch on some things for you, man, and we're just gonna ping pong off of that. My first question to you, Scoob, is, and I'm gonna be straight up with it, man. How many times have you given up?
How many times have I given up?
Yes.
I haven't given up. I mean, with what I'm doing now?
Yeah.
With what I'm doing now?
Yeah.
I never gave up. I never gave up. I never gave up. Because what it was is, when I got hit with the cease and desist, I had the pure souls, I still had the riots, and I still had people buying the AS overall. I didn't have to put AW on it. They just wanted the big AS on the hoodie. Then, behind closed doors, I'm in my other office creating every day, doing the Dave East and them shit. Shipping shit out, or whatever it was. I never gave up. I became discouraged. I slept on my office floor for 90 days. I wasn't even going to get into that. I slept on my office floor. Let me tell you this. This is when I ain't give up. This is when someone would give up.
I like that. Talk.
I went through a split up with my kids' mom. I had the office and the office only. I got hit with the cease and desist letter. My Instagram page got deactivated. I was having small fallouts with people over fabric. All I had was the offices. I slept in the offices on Cedar Lane for 90 days on the floor. Sometimes I put on 2 sweatsuits. I saw paper with this. I went from money to zero. But what I knew I had was the tools that brought me the money. So all I had to do, even if I didn't physically have a product, was post a mock-up. Anything I come across or anything I do, it touches people. I'm in a self-esteem system. I'm in a self-esteem area. So anything I do, it touches somebody. Somebody won. I'm not saying like, I might post something, people might not, buy it. But whatever I do,
I follow you, Chin.
It touch people. Somebody
somebody, it may not touch 20, it might touch 2, but it touched.
It touched somebody. And all I gotta do is get it to that one person. And once I get it to that one person, I'm able to create what I got on. Go outside, get out my feelings, shake myself up. During that time, shake myself up, get myself right, take some pictures, smile, tell myself I'm great. Get the pictures posted, boom, I'm right back.
Back to the races again.
Right back. Or I jump in the Black-owned business group. They got 1.1 million followers. I jump right back in there.
Right.
Anything somebody tell me, all you gotta do is tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what's on your mind, I'm gonna bring it to life on fabric. So that was another thing. The customs. The customs.
I got
So
one.
everybody that was like, oh yeah, I want this and I want it to look this way with this and this, I don't even worry about it. I'm gonna send you 5 different ones. You pick which one you want. That's how I'm coming. I ain't never charging nobody for that. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying that. So it was never a giving up opportunity for me. It was a lot of discouragement. You know what I'm saying? I did have my discouraged days. I had my stress days. I had my depression days during this. But I ain't show that on the gram. I ain't show that on social media. I would get on social media and tell people this, and it seemed like I was mad at the world, but I'm not. I wasn't mad at the world. I wasn't mad at nobody because, look, I started this. I'm the one who made a decision to do it. So nobody's responsible for sharing, liking, reposting, or none of that is my responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But the most hardest part of this thing right here, I've seen it happen to a lot of people when the COVID shit happened and everybody was in business, doing something for themselves other than what they knew. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people faded away, stopped.
Some people got on.
Because of that. Because of them feeling the lack of support in the sharing, reposting, and stuff area. But this is the thing. Once I grabbed a hold of this mentally for myself, that there's 7.9 billion people in the world and you allowing the last 2 digits of that to distract you, stop you, and keep you moving forward. The last 2 digits of the 7.9, it only goes up to 30. Every time it routes, it only goes to 30. So you allowing 30 people to stop you from still going and making a decision to be able to touch one person who might be in Oakland, who might be in Detroit, who might be in New York, who might be on James Street in Inglewood. I don't know wherever the hell he at.
But it touched them, and they hitting you because you need that ASAP.
You allowing the 30 people to stop you from going and growing? Is you crazy? Now you're going to find yourself back in a place where you really don't want to be. Ain't nothing wrong with a job. Word is bond. I ain't nothing wrong with a job.
Right.
But sometimes we settle for what we just settle. We just leave it like that. Sometimes we settle because the belief in ourselves ain't strong enough, and it leads us right back down to what we think we know. And when we get there, we start complaining and being frustrated and shit. You find yourself tripling over people trying to run to get to your fucking job and speeding through traffic. To walk through the fucking door and your boss talking about, oh, I'm happy you're here. He clapping. Yeah, he happy you're here. But ain't nothing wrong with working for someone. But I never gave up because I was already used to that. That's all I ever did was give up. That's all I ever did was give up.
Yo, I'm going to hit you with this, though. That was the whole reason why I asked you that, because you told me a short story about your past. So I said, let me throw that in there because I want to honestly, for the culture to hear, because I knew it was a message behind once I hit you with that. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to hit you with this. You big on giving to others. When I say give, wisdom, love, respect, guidance, direction, ideas. A lot of people don't want to do that. They scared of that. But I see that you're very passionate about that. What's the reason for that?
Man, I come from, I mean, I ain't have nobody who was, I had nobody that, I mean, I had family members, I had neighbors. I had family members, I had my aunts. I was raised majority by like women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was really raised by a lot of women. My aunts, my Aunt Lorraine, I was raised by women. But at the end of the day, that part of it, man, as I was growing up, I was just always like that. I was always a kind-hearted person. But I was also the person that, you know, I just always was in some bullshit.
Right.
As I got older now, this me, who I am today, I am like that, bro. I'm like that all the way, man. Like, all the way. I always stop somebody, encourage them, motivate them, say something to them. I've been places, man. Sitting on a unit with people who had 25 to life.
To do something to you because I've been in that position.
Everybody on the tier had 5 years max day to do. Some had 25 years already in, some had 15 already in, some had 12. I seen a guy, like literally, I know him. Like, matter of fact, just look, people just have, you know, those football numbers, them hockey numbers.
I've been there.
Then you win the programs, you know, and then me, I'm going in these, you know, drug and alcohol treatment programs, and I'm even talking, you know, I'm in there just like them, but I'm realizing I'm getting up there and I'm speaking and I'm motivating and inspiring them. But at the same time, it's to know that, look, we don't have to live like this. We don't have to be this way. We only have the in-between of when we born and when we, you know, go and perish or whatever they say. But at the end of the day, in between of our time right now is very important. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always telling somebody, like, you just don't know it, man. You know how many people somebody woke up this morning and walked outside their crib with 25 to life over their head and they don't even know it. Because they went and they got around the wrong people, because they got up in their feelings and they jumped on the gram and started talking shit to somebody. Because whatever it was, man, you wake up, they woke up and left out their front door with no sense of direction. But what they don't know is they left out with 25 to life over their head. That was me. When I did that bullshit, I did that shit, the first offer was 20 motherfucking years. My twins wasn't even born yet. And if I would have got that shit, I'd be still sitting in there. I'd be still sitting in there. That was twice.
That was divine intervention.
That was twice. I did some other bullshit. That was twice. I did some bullshit the first time in my first offer. And the first one was a 25 situation. Some stabbing shit. I didn't even look to see where I was stabbing. I was just doing stupid shit.
Right. Young, ignorant at the time.
Right. But even then, if I'd have did that shit and he wouldn't have woke up, whatever, that was my life. You understand what I'm saying? So now, even up to speed, then boom, I go and do it again. And I go and do it, and the person in front of me could have passed out, died, heart attack, every fucking thing. And I would have been still sitting in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I follow you.
I walked that yard so many times thinking about that shit. Some days I'm in my crib. I live in a complex, the buildings. I'm walking outside and I'm like, yo, word is bond. I used to not be able to go through a fucking gate. I ain't got no gates around me. But today I'm able to walk freely in and out my door as much as possible. It's not about that. The thing is knowing how far you came from, and sometimes I even forget that shit. I gotta remind myself.
I believe we all do. I'm sorry. I mean, I think it happens so many times to certain people that they get caught up because sometimes I gotta catch myself and say, hold up, champ. Look where we at right now. Yeah. We blessed. We fortunate. Because I was one of those brothers sitting, you know what I'm saying, when I did my little time, I'm sitting around, I'm like, yo, champ, even in there. And I always knew, you know what I'm saying, how blessed I was, but also knew how ignorant I was. So that ignorance took over me being blessed sometimes.
Right.
But you look around, you say to yourself, yo, I'm really I got a support system.
That's right.
I got people that actually love me, and you know what I mean? So now we out here in the free cipher. That's like today. I was in ShopRite, and I told a lady, thank you, I appreciate you. And behind the deli, she said, you know what? And it was a white lady, older white lady. She said, thank you so much. I always was told, you just don't know what that might do to somebody. Let them know you appreciate it. Yo, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Have a blessed day. Those little words right there change somebody's whole, you know what I'm saying? I was with my man last week. He's like, yo, bro, if I'm around killers, I'm going to be a killer because I'm trained to kill. But if I'm around brothers that saying, yo, we going to work tomorrow, I start scratching my head and say, you know what, I got to get up and go to work because the whole team is working.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's also about, having that, like you said, to understand, number one, who you are and where you want to go and what you should do for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you express that very well in your clothing. Now, my other question is 3 years from now, where's the apparel at?
Well,
it's already global. We know that. Let's be clear. I know
clothing store, warehouse in Inglewood, maybe over there by Coolidge, whichever one's available, big enough for all of us to go in there and be able to do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I do want to do other things. But as far as clothing wise, yeah, definitely couple clothing stores, a few, one or two warehouses, or even one warehouse. But I'm so idealistic that I don't even want it to just only be just clothing, because I'm
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the extension of it.
Yeah, like I'm very idealistic, man. Truth be told, you could give me a saw, you can give me sandpaper and everything right now, and I could create something with this table. You think you saw something with them, like, you know what I'm saying, like those hoodies, those Giants hoodies, and you get a Giants table. You get a Giants table from me.
You said the world
like,
is your
that's
canvas.
What I'm saying. Like,
you said the world is your canvas, champ.
Yeah, so I'm very idealistic. I'm in like all areas. It's just all about the belief, taking the steps and getting there. Even having a team, because a team is important. I'm just one person. I'm doing everything by myself, and I'm like, yo, if we everybody as a team.
Yeah, you out here drinking monster drinks, champ.
Yeah, I'm
You've
drinking
been running.
Monster.
You've been
You know
running. That's the run in you.
Drinking a Monster.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this to you, King. A lot of us, and you can relate to this. We put so much effort in doing the bullshit, but we never put the effort in doing the real shit.
Right.
And you just switched the hustle up. Yo, I'm done with all that. That's not even who I am anymore. I'm gonna put that energy I was giving that. I'm putting it into this, and we're gonna run this to the wheels, not even gonna fall off but fly.
That's
you know
it.
What I'm saying? And that's really what's going on, because I know, you know what I'm saying, that mentality and that feeling of sometimes having that doubt, having that, you know what I mean? We first of all, we black men, we in a society where things is getting crazy sometimes, and we fathers raising kids, and some of us, unfortunately, are not in the home, but we parents. So we got a lot of things going on that we got to learn to even adapt to and adjust to. But I will say this: when you sit back and you hear brothers such as yourself, and this is the first time we really got further to who you are, because it's always been, yo, let's get this gear together. But your hunger and your drive stems from so much. But the thing about it is that makes your passion so different is you know where you came from. You know what it feels like to sit behind that wall with a bunch of knuckleheads and to be able to change everything around you, to be sitting around your office, that's with machines.
Mm-hmm.
That's creating.
On Cedar Lane.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest.
I was there.
Yo,
I came.
what?
Please, I came and he told Cedar Lane, come upstairs. I was like, what? And, yo, he's in this door, that door. But yo, at the end of the day, I will say this: you never really was a poster child for all that. Yo, this is what I'm doing. You just, yo, I'm giving you this work. Get at me. And you know what I'm saying? And people don't understand it because a lot of us want to just have this lifestyle and have this image.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, your image is, yo, the Loyalty Club, the riots, over here with them, over here with them. I'm backdoor with them. I'm not going to need to let the world know that I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? Out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm flexing. I'm focused and I'm driven. Now, let me ask you this, bro. Do you sew?
Do I sew?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened. When COVID happened, my man Kes, he came and got me. I said, yo, listen, I'm going to do these masks. I said, take me to Dollar General. I bought a kit, a needle, a sewing kit. And I bought a pink pillow and a blue pillow. It got some material on it. If you go like this, it flips up and down. It changes. I took a pair of scissors and I cut it into a mask. And I sewed the mask. And that's what I actually posted. And they was like, yo. But I went back and doubled back, and when I got that little machine, and then came back like as if 50 people asked me. So yeah, I got patterns of, ski masks, bucket hats, patterns, and everything that I want to do the bucket hats from scratch, all that. I just haven't presented it to the world yet. That's all. I got bucket hats that I literally took out the thread properly, if not properly, but took it out, took it apart in order to create patterns, in order to do bucket hats and stuff from scratch. I just haven't, given it to the world yet, but yeah.
When do you sleep, champ?
I probably sleep like, anybody that know me, man, that's around me right now, they'll tell you, I probably go to sleep about, some nights I might go to sleep like 4. Some days I might not go to sleep until like the next day, 5 o'clock in the morning. The next, like not tonight, I will go to sleep 5 o'clock in the morning next.
Right.
Because I'm in the creative, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my creativeness. Like, I do got a website in this area, then I got, something else going on over on the other side. So that other side of things is really hands-on website like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and then just that alone, it just keeps me creating, putting it there. You know what I'm saying? The shit that I envision is crazy what your mind can really, where you can really go with when you envision something. And you take the steps in order to make sure that, you do the steps and you put in the work. I mailed some shit to the United Kingdom. I never I was trying to figure that out, bro. I was like, this is crazy. Summertime.
Yeah,
I mailed
because
a
at the end of
hoodie.
the day, sometimes at that, your mind sometimes don't, you know what I'm saying? Because of our trials, our tribulations, where we came from and where we at, it's like, damn, I'm out here, my shit global. I mean, that was my next question to you, because you got a couple people out here that you're working with, you know what I'm saying? And you're not broadcasting it to let the world know, because at the end of the day, you can see for yourself.
Yeah,
But that's dope though. It's the silent assassin. I'm gonna start calling you the silent assassin on the level, because it don't need to. It just represent. You know what I mean? And that's cool, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to really more or less like, I go back and forth with I'm doing this, man. This is it. But I know this area here, the authentic, man. I have strong supporters. Like, people are looking. They looking.
Yeah, because the sweatsuit you got on right now is fire.
Even if they looking,
and I'm a sweatsuit for God. I'm a sweatsuit guy, but I need that, like, for real. I'm putting it out there. That's just smoke. You know what I mean? I like that.
Appreciate it.
I gotta ask you something. That dirt department, that shit smoke. Where did that? Let's talk about that for a minute. Where did that?
So that, like I said, I'm always creating. On that side, I'm creating all the time and shit. So I got a whole situation on this side. So
that can't even get released to the culture. That's just got to stay on that side.
You know what, man? I'm gonna say it, man. I don't put it on this side, man. I don't say nothing, but those who know, they know. I do go and I'll put it up. You know what I'm saying? I know how to play it. I know how to play it. Look, I ain't posting them here. Here I go. Look, this is where I've been at. This is what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's what I do. I got a box in my car right now.
I know you.
Right?
I went. I'm like, yo, this got
and
that.
it's crazy because anything I create, I just take it and flip it. I did the trap department. When I did the trap department, I said, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna just do the dirt department because it's a whole community of motherfuckers. They gonna buy it. That's what I did. I did the dirt department. I was like, all right, let me do the dirt department. I did the dirt department with the shirts. It had the dirt department with Davies pictures all on the back of the shirts. And I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Put them on the hoodies. It's gonna work out.
But so the joint you had posted today, that's not for the culture. I had to say that again because it's like, yo, when I seen that shit, I said, oh, what do we got here?
Nah.
I said, the fall is here. Playboy got new joints.
Oh, man, I don't.
Hey, man, you know, I'm just tagging at you, champ. You know what I mean? I'm just, you know, giving you your flowers because letting you know that shit, you know.
It's a big thing with me with that, man. What it is, man, nobody from the area is on that side, sees it or anything unless if I post it.
Facts.
What I notice is on my side of things when I'm posting, you know, all things like this, I get a little people hit, yo, I want, boom. You know, I tell them all the time, this is my system, pre-order. Cash at me the payment. As soon as you cash at me the payment, I'm going to get the order, I'm going to go get it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to get it to you. Boom. Straight like that. On that side, I ain't doing that. I'm creating, posting it on the site, emailing it to the subscribers, then posting it on the gram, then opening up the live on the website and sitting back and waiting for the people to start purchasing. And that's what they do. Over here, I got the same system set up.
Yeah, I think we had this conversation
If I
too.
open up both websites, you see no traffic. But here, you see traffic from all over the fucking globe.
We had that conversation a couple
You
of
see
months
traffic
ago.
from all over the globe. I'm gonna get them free game. What I did was, I had a website, The Authentic. I switched it to Solid Styles, which is actually my brand, which is where it comes from. Remember when I said, you put this on and you go out somewhere else and they looking at you like, where else you going? Solid Styles is actually the name of my company. Solid Styles is where you would walk into a clothing store. You wouldn't walk into an Authentic Society clothing store. You're going to walk into Solid Styles, and you're going to get everything in Solid Styles. Authentic, you'll get whoever in the community got their brands or whatever brands all over the world. That's where you're going to get it from, Solid Styles. So at the end of the day, what I did was I got the Authentic. I tell people all the time, yo, I'll set up a system for you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do nothing. All you got to do is do your designs, upload it, and people going to order it. The people going to handle it for you. You're just going to take your money on the back and keep it moving. So with the system I got set up on the Authentic, I got the same system set up over here. I don't see the traffic on the website, which is not forcing me, but is leading me to say, if local, DM to purchase. But I keep the website alive because I know there's people on there who's not from around the area. Somebody from Canada on my shit who's trying to get something from me all the time. And I'm like, yo, the link in the bio. You know what I'm saying? But I'll look at that website and look at this and be like, okay, they going crazy over here, but this website, they ain't really going crazy, and I'll post that, however I post it. But I tell people all the time, listen, if you want a website, I could build the shit for you. They only charging $1 a month for 3 months, $1 for 90 days, $1 a month, $1 a day, $1 a month.
To do a website.
$1 a month they only charge. Look at my websites. My websites is all me. Them shits is fire. That's Shopify. It's only charging you $1. Every brand should have a website. I don't care if your community if they buying only from there. You know what I'm saying? Think outside the box. You out there in the streets, you somewhere else, you out and about, you gonna run into somebody that don't know you. You gonna see somebody every day you don't know. You don't wanna only tell them your Instagram. Give them the website and let them purchase.
Facts. Especially if you pushing that gear like that. Everybody.
But that's why I don't say nothing about this over here to these, because over here they purchasing like a motherfucker. Not to say it like that, but they purchasing.
They doing what they do. It
right?
is what it is.
And then over here it's
that block's pumping and this block is slow.
It's the pre-orders. It's the pre-orders. You know what I'm saying? It's the, yo, I got you. Let me know when you get it. And I'm like, my nigga, I just told you to cash at me, bro. What you talking about? But okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. And then it turns into seeing them 2 weeks later, and they're like, yo, I thought you said you got me. I'm like, yo, you got to cash at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I don't say nothing because I like that I don't go through the motions over here.
Respect it.
I don't go through the emotions.
It's easier. You know what I mean? It's simple. It is what it is. It is what it is, man.
So I don't even want, if they catch on, I mean, people know, but if some people don't catch on it. You're going to catch on. It's going to just like that. But that's really what that is, man. I be like iffy with it.
It's understandable.
You open up the gram, you see, you open my gram up, it's 180 people, and I'm looking at 180 people out of 180. I'm like, okay, I know 160 strong, like strong body, 160 strong. And I don't get in my feelings, but I be like, yo, these motherfuckers ain't, because I'm a happy person, man. So
right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't allow that to dictate.
I don't got no problems with nobody in America, I swear to God. So I'll open it up and be like, yo, 180, it's 160. Why the fuck ain't nobody share my shit? Be like, fuck it. But I go over here and I do something and it's like, they share. They don't know me from a can of paint. They don't even know I'm behind it.
Out of sight, out of mind. You know, we go through that in the hood. In the community, and that's the downfall. That's why a lot of people don't go the distance. They start running a marathon, they feel like they're not getting the support. Okay, I'm going to drop the baton.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it off to the next one.
I look at it the opposite way. If they ain't person, they just ain't see something they like.
But yo, honestly, you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna step out on the limb. I'm gonna say this. My pops told me something. He said, "Yo, man, first they wave at you, then they hug you. Hey, I see you. Now they see your thing. Oh, you're my man. But yo, you've been watching the whole goddamn time, and you ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
But I get it, cause you hug me now. So I learned that. Yo, they gonna wave, then they gonna hug. So that means you've been watching the whole time. I just sit back and I say the same thing. Damn, you're not gonna like, comment, shit. But I get it. It's cool.
Yeah. See, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, but you know what? That come. A lot of people get discouraged from that, bro.
Yeah,
they break.
They do.
Especially in our hood because they want. Oh, why did they get the hood? Yo, my man. Honestly, man. I don't want to say what I'm gonna say. What I'm gonna say anyway. Yo, we killing each other in the hood. So why half of us gonna support niggas in the hood?
Yeah.
And that's just a fact. And I love everybody. And this round table supports everybody. Everybody's welcome here. Please be clear. But the reality of it is, yo, we'll shit on you before we purchase something from you.
Right.
And that's so ass backwards.
Right. So yeah.
And I know you experienced that. I don't need you to get into it.
Yeah.
You know, this is not about that. But you follow me.
Yeah, that's why I said to you. That's why I said to you when I said, you know, it's 7.9 billion people in the world. In the last 2 digits, it rotates, and it only rotates to 30. And I've seen plenty of people. That you don't see them doing it no more. And that's because they get discouraged. That's because, you know, it's the discouragement. And then it's the last 2 digits. Those last 2 digits is those people that they're allowing to stop them from everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But me, once I realized that, I say, hold on now. I can't come with the attitude I was coming with when I was doing music.
Because it's a different lane.
Because when I was doing music, my attitude was nasty. Meaning like, you know what I'm saying? I would be on these social media platforms just talking shit. Plus the street thing involved too. I was like, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even me. You feel me? And then on top of that, that's why I always say I don't got a problem with nobody and no one in America, man. I love everybody, man. Because Word is Born, when you go back into my history, Word is Born, from anything I did, man, the community supported me. I still got plenty of pictures where people would fix their caps on. And when I came and did the mask for COVID, everybody, their mother and their grandmother, their children, and everyone wore a mask from school. Word is Born. Word up. When I started the riots, everybody and their mother was buying it. When I started the authentic, everybody and their mom was wearing that shit. So you know what I'm saying? So it's my own personal, if I get upset at anybody. That's my bullshit. It ain't them.
Right.
It's not them. That's my bullshit. So I said to myself, I can't be like that. But you know what I'm saying? I notice certain shit, but I try my best to, I don't speak as much, but I'll get on there like I did the other day and say, yo, you know, I don't got no problem with nobody in America, because I really don't, man. I love everybody, man. I love everybody, man. Today, like, I'm just a person of, like, I'm blessed, you know, and that's just great. Yeah, man, I'm blessed, I'm grateful, man. And yo, man, I'm still going strong, man. Even in the darkest days, Word is Bond, I still made a decision to not pick up a drink of alcohol, knowing that that would be something that if I did, I wouldn't even be sitting in this chair with you talking about how far I got. That's the truth.
That's discipline, though.
Real talk.
That's discipline, because right now everybody's throwing up L's, and I mean, that's what we do. It is what it is. Everybody got their own, you know, but that shows discipline, D. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't have discipline, man. You know what I mean? Oh, you know, discipline comes and discipline goes, but discipline is within your heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it goes back to another thing. A lot of people are watching you for two reasons. They want to watch you to fail, and they want to watch, and they're gonna watch to see if you succeed. You know what I'm saying? And truthfully, bro, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm grateful that this time came. I'm grateful we had this opportunity. I'm grateful to even talk to you on the opposite side of the table instead of, you know, I love the you know, the gears always, you know how we do with that. We always DM and going back and forth. But to get to know the person behind the music, when I say the music, because it's definitely, and every time you create, it's some fly shit. I mean, it's music, like, okay. You know what I mean? And especially, man, what you did, I gotta thank you again for what you did for my moms, because you definitely did exactly what you said. You sent me about 5 different shots, how you wanted, yo, this shirt, this sweater, you even said it'll look better on this. Yo, and bro, man, you know, thank you, man. Thank you for your patience too, man, for even, you know, because, yo, my man is supposed to been up here. But we went through some things and nothing crazy, just technical difficulty, live studio things. But yo, timing is everything. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that you're sitting with me, man, to see the smile on my black man's face, man, and just to salute you face to face and let the world know you're a great king. And I truly respect you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yo, before we close out, man, you want to let the culture know where they can find you, the website.
Yeah, man, you can find
tell
me.
Tell what you got going on, up and coming.
You know what? You can find me on Apparel by Scoob. I hope I wasn't too far away from the mic the whole time talking. But you can find me on Instagram at Apparel by Scoob. My Facebook is, you can find my Facebook page. My Facebook page, I'm going to change it, but for right now, I'll leave it for about 2 weeks for everybody that wants to find it and look for it. It's Custom Made by Scoob. Then, you know, like I said, man, I want to say this, man. I stand on this, and I've been standing on this since 2014, 2013. I wrote this down. I mastered this in my mind. Just because something is not a part of your past does not mean it cannot be a part of your future. And that's something that I stood on, man. I stand on that today a lot, you know what I'm saying? Which is knowing that just because something is not a part of my past doesn't mean it can't be a part of my today, no matter what. You're going to have to just, you know, stay strong, keep going. Don't ask nobody for advice. That's what I did. I didn't ask nobody for advice that, you know, wasn't doing what it is I'm doing. I would open my ears and listen to the people.
Sound advice. Yeah,
I would open my ears and listen to the people, but I always knew where to go and find the information I was seeking, which was on YouTube.
And you're not afraid. You wasn't afraid to do your homework.
I wasn't afraid.
A lot of people want the cheat sheet.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid to you know, do it like that. And then even when it came down to the shorts you saw, I watched somebody from afar. I put them shorts out in April. No, I put them shorts out in March. My Globe shorts in March. Some of them start until
right
June. I put him out in March because from afar I was already watching somebody from afar. Like, yo, what the? I'm like, how the? He was in Cali though, and I'm like, all right, and I was like, yo, fuck it, let me try it, and I put it, and I did it, and I got the response, and then even I'm not gonna front, even I appreciate that, cause even when you said that, you said, damn, Playboy, you different. I said, damn, it was the Olympics. I said, damn, all right, I got something. I said I got something. I swear to God.
And I didn't. Yo, please. I have no problem telling you that.
I said I got something. Word up. I said I got something. But the mind for me, it goes like this. Cause you for those who got a brand, set up a business account. Set up an Instagram business account because it's telling you your age bracket of who's you're following. You know what I'm saying? And mine's is 25 to 45, so which means that I have the ability to create the riots. I have the ability to create the Pure Soul T-shirts with the Patti LaBelle's and the Reginas and everything, and then the 25 and up. You got the ability to make the authentic. You know what I'm saying? The Giants overall and everything like that. So you set up the business account so that way you're able to look at it and see who's the what's your following like? And that's what I did. So I ended up going and I look at that and I would push it out like that, knowing that I have that age bracket, that age difference, and that it could be out. But at the same time, truth be told, what I did was, when I came back with that page, the one I have now, I got a lot of female supporters. So when you see the shit, that's what it is. It's for everybody, but when you go and look at that should be for the women.
And they say they are the biggest supporters, and they don't mind spending no paper.
Them women, my female, I get support from her. I love all my support. I love everybody. Anybody that supports me has supported me on their way into supporting me, everything, man. But truth be told, them females, man.
Shout out to the ladies, man. We just gonna shout them out. It is what it is.
Man. Them females, man. Them females, man. I literally I got a elderly lady who literally tells me all the time she love my stuff, and she tells me all the time, look, you already know you gotta be here before 4 o'clock because I'm not coming back down the steps after 6 o'clock. It's too many steps for me. That tells you her age.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing, man. But I try to get everybody, on with me, to see the vision. People see it, but you got to also remember that they haven't done it. They haven't took the risk at it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they got to watch a little bit more. You know what I mean?
And they want the cheat sheet because a lot of people looking for the overnight success.
Yeah, that. And there's no overnight. It's none of that. It's really just believing and just keep going. Look, I'll say it like this. You want to get your stuff on people, whoever, whatever, celebrity. I used to go and I would DM everybody, all of the celebrities. I would DM them. I don't care. I was DMing them. Yo, I want to send you this. I want to send you this. So one day I thought about it. I said, I'm not going to DM him. I'm going to go on his page and I'm going to look at every single picture. And I'm going to look at every picture and I'm going to see who the person standing next to him the most. And the person that's standing to him next the most, I'm going to treat him like he him. And I ain't going to say nothing about him. I'm only going to talk with him. And the more I kept talking with him, the more me and him built that bond and that relationship, everything else happened. You focus on the wrong people.
Right.
You got to, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was just like, but then also I took the risk. I found out they was going to be in Inglewood. I said, I'm going down there. I went down there by myself. And I walked up to the door like I was already somebody. I'm a child of God. But I walked up like I was somebody, like I was already one of them. Confidently. And it got me in. And I was just still going. I'm still going. And then, I see it even through pictures. I started out with a side-by-side to another side-by-side. Until the more you keep going, the next thing you know is, yo, come here. Yo, take the pic.
They're hugging you.
Take that hug.
That hug. He went from the come here
to yo. You know what I'm saying? And for everybody, man, don't give up. keep going no matter what it is you're doing, man. And if it ain't working, doesn't mean that it won't work. Sometimes you just gotta sit back, reroute yourself. Rerouting yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. You just reroute yourself. I do it all the time. All the time. All the time I do it.
I believe it's like flushing yourself out. Sometimes you
Yeah.
get that toxic out of you, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And yo, man, you heard it first, man. New season. My man Scoob Apparel, D. Definitely gave us jewels. Appreciate you, King.
Yeah, I appreciate you too.
Conversation is always uplifting.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for the wisdom and the knowledge, man. Thanks for the blessing. Yo, man, it's season 2, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of great more things going on. And I'm thankful to have my brother as my opener. You know what I mean? I told my partner, I said, yo, when we start this season, he's got to be the very first. And I just felt like that, not because of our mistake through the line of communication, but just, yo, I wanted to start the year off with your presence. I needed you to bless the essence of season 2. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else now that's following, it's just the bar is set. You know what I'm saying? You come in here, you know what it is. Let's talk. And let's not just talk life. Let's talk wisdom. Let's talk longevity. Let's talk. Let's embrace. Let's empower. Let's uplift. And that's another reason why you're here, because I knew you was bringing all that energy with you. Because we had outside conversations. You know what I mean? In the rain, we politic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I as soon as I left, I got on the phone with me like, yo, this kid, yo, da, 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 da. But thank you, man. You know what it is? Your boy, the voice of the culture, man. It's the Round Table Podcast, man. Season 2, we back. In effect, we in the booth. But we still outside. You know what I mean? I'm still on my Clark Kent shit, man. I might throw my cape on and run around the city. And I want to send a special shout out also to the Purnell family. You know what I'm saying? Because they just had something on I think it's MSNBC that was long overdue. So shout out to Tasha Purnell and her family. Blessings to them. Just continue to lift them up, keep them in prayer. Continue to stay in tune with the family and just pay attention, because, yo, honestly, this is our community. And it's unfortunate it had to take so many years for us to get the recognition. But you know what? It's not about our timing. It's about God's timing. Yo, it's the voice of the culture. It's your boy. I'm out of here. Love is love. Yo, you know what it is. See y'all in a couple.
1, 1, 2. Check me out right here, yo. You need to turn the track up a little bit for me. All up in my ears. The mic is loud, but the music ain't loud. Yeah. Yeah. Now the mic is low now. Turn the mic up a little bit. My shit's all the way up. Yeah. The music is loud. That's what I'm talking about.